What's up, guys? This is your boy NT Go, and I'm back again with another video. Now, today I'm going to be talking about my 10 podcasts. So, yeah, I'm going to be going over each and every one of my podcasts, okay? So, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so my first podcast is the NT Go Show. Now, the NT Go Show is the podcast where I mostly talk about everything. It's the random podcast, okay? So, yeah. My second podcast, which is Old School Fantasy 430. Old School Fantasy 430 is where I talk about old school things, all right? So, yeah, if it wasn't obvious already. My third podcast, which is Transit Fender NT. Transit Fender NT is the podcast where I talk about transit. My fourth podcast, which is Goaty Bro Man, that's where I talk about Pokemon. So, yeah, if you're interested in that, go check that out. My fifth podcast, which is Professor Commentary / Ranter. Now, Professor Commentary / Ranter is my podcast where I talk about anything. All right, so yeah, I do commentaries and rants on stuff. So, yeah, my sixth podcast, which is Art Time with NT. Art Time with NT is my art podcast. That's where I mostly talk about anything related to art. So, yeah, my seventh podcast, which is Food and Stuff. Food and Stuff is where I talk about food. So, yeah, if it wasn't obvious already, there you go. So yeah, my eighth podcast, which is the Written Journal. The Written Journal is where I create stories and, I tell you guys my stories. So yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, then you should go check that out as well. My ninth podcast, which is Hospital. Hospital is where I talk about drinks. All right, so yeah, anything related to drinks. So yeah. My 10th podcast, which is Car Motivate. Car Motivate is where I talk about anything related to cars. So yeah, and that's all my 10 podcasts, guys. So yeah, when you get a chance, go check them out. All right, follow, subscribe, or have it set up to those podcasts. And yeah, and with that being said, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah. I also made an episode about this. So yeah, it's on the NT Go Show. You should go check that out. All right. So yeah. Stay tuned for more videos. And yeah, that'll be it for today. So yeah, like I always say, whatever you do out here, make sure you guys live your best life. No more peace.